What's going on, guys? I'm gonna talk real quick about some of the stuff that I use for my dogs here. Some multivitamins. The stuff here is it's Origins. Obviously, you can see the name, but this is from Rogue Pet Science. So I use the Origins, and I recently started using this Pumpkin Pro. So this is pretty good. Cause I give them pumpkin normally, pure pumpkin puree out of a can. They like that stuff, and if you don't do that, you should probably consider doing it every now and again, at least a couple times a week for sure. But this bag is actually empty, but just so you know what it looks like, it's a powder. This is it right here. It's a brown powder. I broke the last bag because the seal broke, so I'll keep it in there from now on. But it just says on the labels, you can read it, it's a 5-in-1. Now it says digestion, skin, allergy, gut health, and joints. But the digestion happens in the gut. That's all in one. But I'm assuming they mean immunity, maybe. So it would still be 5-in-1: digestion, skin care or skin health, allergy, probably immunity, and then joint support. Because the stuff that this stuff uses in it definitely helps with the immunity. Because most of your immune system's in the gut, even with dogs, not just humans. But see exactly some of the things that this stuff has here. It's a probiotic, prebiotic, has some enzyme, and it helps with yeast support. Now, keep in mind with the yeast support, a lot of dog breeds are prone to having yeast infections on their skin and on their paws. Like one of my boys actually has one now. But this is not enough to actually get rid of it, but it definitely helps to prevent it in the long run. So definitely gonna want to actually have that. Now it's made with whole food nutrition. They use wild fish for it. No byproducts, no fillers, nothing synthetic, no seeds like a lot of other stuff. And flavor-wise, I'm gonna say fish. It would probably taste like fish because they use fish in it. Right? They use, you can see here. Try to focus this in here. Focus. Okay, it won't focus. But that's gonna be Gulf Menhaden fish. I don't know how you say that, but they use some fish from the Gulf, and it's 100% of it. The crude oil crude protein is 60% from it. Let's see what's going on. The background is shining, so it's not focusing because of the background. Now, I've been giving this stuff to my dogs. If you go back to some of the earlier videos, you'll see how one is so much bigger than the other one. Because I was giving this to the one I had first. However, I didn't go even by this table here. I would actually follow this only for adults, not for the puppies. Because if you come up here, you see that one scoop is only a quarter cup, and that's 17 grams of total protein. That's an ass load of protein by any measurement. So for puppies, you don't want to overgive them protein. I give them most of their protein comes from the raw meat that I give them. That's how I want the protein to come from, or that's where I want the protein to come from. So I don't want to give them, for puppies, even though it's not a quarter cup for a puppy. It's only like a teaspoon for up to 10 pounds. For mine, it was a tablespoon, but I was giving them a teaspoon up until when they were about 40 pounds, where I moved it up to 2 teaspoons. Here they have it for 3 teaspoons for up to 40. Right now, with their weight, they should be getting about a half a cup a day. And they're getting roughly, I want to say, not exactly a half a cup. I'm still just under a half a cup per day. I divide it into 2 meals because they're still puppies. I mean, they'll be 10 months here in a couple days. So once they pass that 12 or 13 month age, then I'll give them the full half a cup per day. But it is, this stuff works fantastic. And otherwise, if it had less protein, I would definitely give them the full serving. But I don't want to give dogs, any dog, a lot of protein, especially when they're puppies. You know, that's just not something I like. If you want to get more info on that, my boy Ralph over at QBN Kennels, he's got tons of information in there. That dude's a walking library. But there's other stuff here that I use, the Pumpkin Pro. I just started using this probably 3 weeks now. But it uses, pumpkin and fermented turmeric and fermented ginger. That's what makes the difference, that it's fermented. I guess they need to, you could use a hell of a lot less of it. But one bag, bless you. One bag of this, it's equal to like, what is it? It's like, I think they said it's, where does it say it? It's somewhere on here. One bag is like 8 cans or 10 cans of, I can't find it now. Yeah, I don't see it. But one of these bags is like, I don't know, 5 or 8 cans of actual pumpkin. But then you still, with just the pumpkin, you're not going to have the benefits of using, the turmeric and the ginger like this stuff does. This stuff is great. There's also prebiotic, so they get a double prebiotic with the Origins and this stuff. Now this stuff you don't use as much as the Origins. This stuff is actually a hell of a lot less. So this, up to 10 pounds, is 1/8 of a teaspoon. They're at the 1 tablespoon. And I give them right now, because I'm just starting out, probably, I don't know, about a teaspoon per day. So about half a teaspoon per meal for the next maybe month or so, and then I'll give them the full dosage. Since this stuff doesn't actually have a ton of protein, right? You see the protein is actually 0.08 grams, so this I'll give them the full dose. I'm just right now easing them into it, because you don't want to give anything, too much of anything too soon to a dog. This stuff, you pick it up on Amazon, so I'll just link that in the box below if anybody's interested. So hope this helps. This is what I use for my dogs, and this stuff right here works incredibly for their coat, along with other stuff. It's not just this, but this definitely helps.